just froze my Zeus.
Mm.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Do that every time, thinking it's gonna fucking needs to be something different.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Yeah, hold up, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to set this up. I'm trying to make it somewhat look cool, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to do it.
You're good.
I actually do not know how to do that.
The button, the slash, I don't know, backspace.
That one? Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna do this then.
I have 6 more buttons to remap.
6 more.
I have 12 buttons on my mouse. And I use those to switch between weapons, comms, and everything else. Essential. Less moving around on my actual keyboard.
Alright, anyone, you two look at the poll. It'll say teleport to BCT. Either use your middle mouse button or space to teleport to the T people. Alright, we just went to the simple town because we'll have to be clearing buildings soon. Alright, so if I can get you to take your weapons out using one. Alright, so first let's go over some very basic, simple controls. So there's 3 basic firing stances, which are also just your regular stances, which are your standing. If you were to hit X, your crouch, and then yes, you're prone. Alright, going from most accurate to least accurate, it'll go prone, you'll be most accurate, crouched, or kneeling, is the medium accuracy, and then standing, you'll be the least accurate. Also, if you're by a short wall or something, or some type of trench, or like that rock wall over there, you press C, you'll put your gun on top of it and use it as a tripod, basically as a base, and you'll be even more accurate. We play with no weapon sway or stamina, so we don't have to worry about sprinting or anything. We're not going to have weapon spread so bad of weapon sway. You'll have a little bit of sway, but not terribly. Alright, you were just talking about key bindings, so next we're talking about grenades. So for grenades, you'll do Control G to cycle through your nades. You guys should only have white smokes, white smokes, green smokes, and then your stuns and thermals. You might have blue smokes. I forgot if that's on the kit. So you'll use Control G to cycle through those, and then we're gonna go remap a key right now. If you don't have grenade to double G, I'd like you to press Escape, go to Configure, Controls, and then you'll go to Combat, no, Weapons, and look for Grenade, and you'll want to bind that to double G. OB Throw, you'll want to bind that to double G. If you throw a nade and you fuck us and it's not binding double G, we will come to your house and rape you, basically. Do you guys know how to use ace grenades? Nyla, I think you should. You know how to use ace grenades?
No.
Ace grenade system. Alright, so if you hit Shift G, you'll have this nice little arc here. Okay, as you're throwing arc, you can change modes too by scrolling. You'll have one that's more of just like a lob in front of you, and then you'll have a farther toss. Alright, you'll then left click to toss it, right click to cancel. Okay, so those are usually that's usually the easiest way to throw nades and things like that. So if I was to take a stun out and I wanted to throw it through this window, I could easily just shift G and I should make it in. So boom, got it. You're gonna have a little ringing of ears. That's my fault. Quick thing, you have earplugs. If you want to put your earplugs in, you'll go left control Windows key, equipment, and earplugs in. It'll deafen your sound a little bit. It shouldn't deafen your communication between teams, between teammates, because that's in TeamSpeak, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't deafen it that much. It might deafen it 1 or 2%. So if you guys could calmly and nicely throw a nade into one of these two buildings through the window using Shift G. Now, hold up, wait. Now, when communicating to be able to change the volume in which you communicate or your voice is heard. If you go Control Tab, you'll see something at the bottom right. Go through voice volume. You'll have yelling, you'll have normal, and you'll have whisper. Obvious. Okay, it's pretty obvious on which one is which. Whisper, you only hear someone a few meters from you. Normal, have probably a handful of meters, and then yelling, you'll be able to hear it from over 10 meters. When throwing a nade, you'll want to be saying frag out or stun out, no matter depending on what it is. So as you're doing it, you'll say frag out, frag out, frag out, and throw it, and then you're good. So Nalo, if you could get on yelling for me before you throw, yell frag out or, nade or something, just letting us know, hey, I'm throwing a friendly nade, so don't freak out or to get out of the way. Are you ready?
Frag out, frag out, frag out.
Alright. Alright. Nordic, your turn.
Frag out, frag out, frag out.
Oh, get back. Alright, so, whoa, hot mic, Nilo, your hot mic.
Nope, sorry.
Okay, so I never said y'all had to be so far away. I mean, if you're throwing an aid into it, but you get closer. Get closer a little bit. Nah, get like even closer. I'm like here. It's just trying to get you to use the system, not to see how far you can throw. Alright, go for it. Remember to say frag out.
Frag out, frag out, frag out. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, why is that still set there? Okay.
Alright. So, now that you know the basic combat, basically how to kill droids, alright, you know how to shoot, or at least what stances too. Okay, shooting is pretty damn easy. Usually you have a firing range, but I always feel that's pointless. Alright, right mouse button will zoom in, and then left mouse button will obviously shoot. If you, obviously some scopes will have either will have like a red dot or a scope, and then as always, control right click will switch to those if you've played Armor a little bit. So now we went through that. Let's go through a little bit of communication. So, I already told you how to change your voice volume. Now we're gonna go through radios. Nala already went through this with you. Nordic, you haven't used Ace or T-FAR, obviously. So, so if you'll hit Control P, you'll bring out a little radio to your left, right? Alright, so the screen you can click on, and that's how you change the numbers. Alright, so I want you to click on the screen and hit 101 and then hit the E and T button with your mouse. And when you're done.
And hit the what?
E and T button on the radio. It's right under clear. Or CLR.
Did it.
Okay, there you go. Alright, so obviously you just saw speaking on using caps lock, you'll speak through. You should hear me through headphones. Sounds like I'm on the radio. Alright, so short range. We call that short range. Alright, the short range radio can be heard over a few hundred meters. It'll start to get staticky when you're around probably 1,000 meters away from each other. You can kind of use it, but that's when we start wanting to go to long range radio. Call that short range. Another thing you may need to know is how to make a additional channel, meaning you can hear two channels at once and speak on two channels at once. And to do that, you're going to pull out your radio again, and then you'll see a plus minus buttons, you'll want to hit the plus button to go to next channel, and that on the screen it should say C2 and then a radio freak or whatever. I want you to change that radio freak to 101 tac 1. Just tac means point, so you're just going to use a decimal or whatever on your numpad. Then you're going to hit ENT again. And tell me when you're done. Having trouble, Nordic?
Yeah.
Alright, so
101 T1?
tac 1, yeah. So it'll be a point, like a decimal, a dot, or period, whatever you want to say. So either the one next to your question mark or the one on your numpad, whatever one. And then, so 101 tac or point 1. And then ENT. And then you're going to hit the ENT button.
Okay.
Alright, so now it should say C2 101 tac 1. Now, you'll see a left and right arrow. Okay, if you put your mouse over it, the left one says set additional channel, right one says speakers. If you hit the, don't ever hit the speakers one because, like I'll hit speakers. Now talk. One of y'all talk through radio.
Hello?
I like talk. Okay, so you can hear yourself, right? You'll hear yourself over me. Okay, that's super annoying to hear. So never ever hit speakers. So you're gonna hit that left arrow once. It's gonna say, okay, and then on your screen should say A2 101 tac 1, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you were to switch back, now, making an additional means that if you were to switch back to your main channel, you would hear both at one time. Now, right now, we have it set to where we're going to hear both through both headphones at once, which would be super annoying. Alright, so if you see that circle at the left under the 7 on the radio, it says stereo settings. Now, if you hit that at the bottom right, it'll say additional, right or left only. Okay? Or if you keep clicking through it, it'll have options. Alright, you're going to want to put that on left only or right only. So once you do that, tell me, and then yeah, just tell me once you've made your additional either right or left.
Good.
Left.
Alright, cool. Alright, so now you have an additional set. Now to have it working as an additional, you're going to want to hit the minus button to where your screen says C1 101. Alright, so once you do that, you just hit escape to get out your radio, and then once you do that, just hit a button on your keyboard so you're done. Alright, so now, you should hear me talking through both headphones. Alright, this is our main net. Now, if I was to hit T, which is how you talk in your additional, I should just be talking through one of your headphones. Okay, so did you notice the difference? Did it do that?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, so additionals are really good for when you're in a leadership position. It makes it to where we don't have so many people on one short range frequency. Once you get above around 6 to 7 people, anything above that can get really chaotic on one frequency. So what a squad leader will do, he'll make 2 freaks. He'll make a squad frequency, which is basically a leadership frequency in which it's the squad lead, the 2 team leads, and the RTO or radio operator on that net. All right, so on that net, the squad lead will tell his team leads. It will give the team leads orders. Now each team has their own individual net. And so the team leader will then take the info from the squad net and put it down to the team net. Alright, so most of the time you'll only be on additionals if you're in a leadership position, which for now you guys might just want to run as troopers, unless you are a veteran of Arma, like Nalo. If you wanted to lead, that'd be fine. We let anyone lead, but you won't need additionals until then, so it's good to know. Let me think about what else we gotta go through. Hold up, sorry, let me get this doc out. Make sure I'm going through everything. Oh, okay, I know what we go through. Alright, so now we have communication set up or anything. Now we're going to go over formations real quick, just basic moving formations. Pretty self-explanatory, so if I can get y'all to line up on this line, both of y'all, just line up on the line. Alright, so now you see we're all facing this way, right? So we're in a nice little line like we're in elementary school. Alright, so let me get in the back so y'all can make sure you... Okay, so now we're in a nice little line. Alright, this is called a column. Alright, this is used when traversing very tight, narrow spaces, or when can be used to traverse land very quickly. And yeah, the advantages of this is that you have very high firepower to your left and right flank. So if you were to get hit on the left and right flank, you would hopefully have superior firepower. But if you're from their front or back, it's pretty hard because then people have to maneuver, and you aren't as effective in this. So if I can get both of y'all to turn to your left. All right. So now since we're all facing this, so this is a line or a battle line. So this is used when going across open fields or anything, or we're making a push towards an objective. Okay, we're attacking an area. Okay, gets our guys very spread out. Gets a very good line of fire to our front, and so the pros of this is, like I just said, you have very good firepower to your front and back because all you have to do is turn 180 and you have your whole squad unloading their ammo. Now, it's weak from the left and right flank because, like the column, okay, if you were to just turn right, you'd only have so much firepower. You'd have to maneuver from, or the squad would have to maneuver, besides the end guy would have to maneuver into another position. So, alright, so now if I can get, Nordic, if I can get you to step like a little bit to the right, no, to the right, get back on the line, and then let's step a little to the left. Alright, so this what we have right here is called a wedge. This is probably the most used formation when traversing any type of land. It's very effective for combat. Alright, you can have a strong force of fire to the front, strong force of fire to your two flanks. The one weakness is the rear, even though you can still turn around and have some type of effectiveness from the rear, but you'll just not have a lot of firepower to the front of contact when it happens. Like I said, this is used for, in most cases, can be used for traversing open terrain or traversing even tight corridors sometimes. Yeah, so get used to this. So if, Nordic, if I can get you to go stand behind Nilo in an angle to his right, or to his left, I'm sorry. Alright, so this right here is half a wedge, or we'll call this an echelon. Just another, something that we don't use too often, really use for when, if we're on a hill face or something, to have people not peek over the hill. If we don't want them to be seen, we want to use the deflate of a hill, we'll use this. And usually if we have one extra trooper, we'll have him to the right here, usually a support gunner or something. Pros and cons of this is that you have very strong firepower to one flank or weaker firepower to the other flank, and your front and back is covered pretty well. You're going to have pretty good range of fire there. If I can get both y'all on both edges of the road, on either side of the road. Alright, and if I can have you step back a few steps. No, like on the line. Like
Oh, okay.
Back here. I'm doing a stagger column.
Okay.
Alright, so say we're going into, perfect, we're going into this town, okay, we're going on a regular patrol or whatever, we're just traversing through the town. Alright, best way to traverse through the town, usually fastest way, is what we call a stagger column, which is this. Now, as you see, we're on both sides of the road. Alright, we have a pretty good even spacing. If you're a regular trooper, you should be on the edge of the road. Only people in the middle should be leadership, or medics maybe, to keep them protected. And and also another thing you see that I did on purpose, that we have gaps in between the person to my side. So next to you, you shouldn't have a person next to you, so there should be gaps. So as you see Nordic, you're in the middle of Nilo and myself, and that there was more people. Nilo, you'd be diagonal to your right, and then someone would be diagonal to my right, ahead of me. Alright, weaknesses, pretty obviously just like the column. Frontal contact is frontal and back contact, you have less firepower. If you do take contact though, this is very good for scattering a platoon or a squad or anything of that sort. Okay, you can just fan out on both sides. And also contacts from the flanks are also can be handled pretty easily, even though we use this mostly in town environments like this, city environments, urban environments. So flanks won't really be that prevalent. It'll be more checking corners and stuff like that. Any questions on anything I've went over so far?
Negative.
Okay. Nala, do you have your ace menu set to be in a list, or you have it where you have the circle?
I have the circle.
Okay. Nordic, come over here. Alright, so I'm gonna tell y'all a little thing to make your ace easier, at least to me. So you're gonna go escape configure, and you go to add-on options, and then on that drop down you're gonna want to go to ace interaction menu, and then the first four options you'll see on there, it says allow display cursor for self interaction. That box, I have that white, so you should make that white. The next option, keep cursor centered, you want that box to be black or not clicked. Always display cursor for interaction, I'll have that clicked on, and then display interaction menus as list, I have that clicked on, and then you'll click OK, and then come back to game. And then if you go to Ace, instead of having to move your head around like this, it's just in a nice little list here. And then also your body doesn't move, like your character doesn't move as you're going through the list. So it makes life a whole lot easier, especially when you're medicing someone or something like that. You're trying to get something fast. You don't have to sit there and scroll around like this. It's in a nice line. You get used to where it's at. That's just a pro little tip. So let's formation, shooting, nades. Let's go through medical. All right. So if Nordic or Nyla, if y'all were both look at me or look at each other and you hit H, tell me if a menu pops up or if it says hint.
Menu.
Yeah, menu popped up. Nyla,
Menu.
menu. Okay, so it should be showing me. Okay, it should say at the top left. It should say CSM Prodigy, or it'll say yourself, either one, or it'll say whoever you're looking at. All right, so this is the basic medic menu or medical menu. So if you see under examine and treatment, you'll have some other little emblems. Okay, these are all clickable. So you have triage card, that's usually used for medics, that can tells you what's been happening to the patient. You have examine patient, once again used for medics or people who have experienced the ACE medical system. You can check pulse, blood pressure, and response. Okay, pretty simple. Pulse is going to be mostly your heart rate. Your blood pressure is going to be the pressure in which blood is pumping through your body, which means how much blood you have usually. And then the response is going to be if the patient is responsive or not. The next little menu is going to be bandages and fractures. Click that, you'll see Acti bandage, spray bandage, and Dermisol patch. Nilo, you say you know the ACE system. This exact same system, bandage is going to act as a packing. The spray is going to act as an elastic, and then your Dermisol is going to act as a quick clot. But they do the exact same. Your Acti is going to be your strongest bandage. Your spray is going to be your second strongest bandage, but it's going to be your most efficient or most widely used bandage. And your Dermisol is going to be your least powerful bandage, and is usually used in dire situations or to just patch up wounds that are partially open real quick. You'll have some other options. Next is medication, airway management. We don't use that. Advanced treatments would be stitching, giving blood, or CPR, things like that. Medics only use that. Drag or carry, you drag or carry the person. And then toggle self is if, say, you're medicing someone and you need a medical yourself, you'll toggle self real quick and you'll switch to yourself, and then you can toggle. If you're, we're just on someone else's medical menu previously, if you hit toggle again, you'll go back to theirs. So then move to the right, you'll see a nice little figure of a human. All right, this is how you're going to see what's wrong with each patient or each trooper that's down or injured. So if you click on each extremity or each body part, you'll select which part is hurt. So Nordic, if you were to shoot me in the leg real quick, Nordic, shoot me in the leg. Alright, cool. I was about to say, just give me pain. Alright, so as you see, my leg turned red, okay? I am injured in the leg, so my leg turned red. I'm also flashing from pain, which I'll take care of after. So if you click my left leg, also this is, you want to make this portray that as if you're looking at the person. So if you click the right leg on the, I guess you want to call it the figure, you're actually looking at his left leg. Alright, so as you see, if you click my left leg, it says grab press, which is our tourniquet. So that means that I'm good. I will not be bleeding out of this leg anymore. Okay, so I can't.
Sorry, my medical instincts kicked in there.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna tell, if you didn't get me up, I was gonna tell you just give me morphine epi because of the pain. So then you'll also see, like I said, I'm in pain, and then you'll see the wounds after that. So I have 1-time large velocity wound, which is usually a bullet wound, and then 2 times larger Volgens, also bullet wounds, or in this, laser wounds, I guess you want to call it. So to get this better, okay, so I have a lot of wounds. I don't have a medic anywhere. I'm gonna use an Acti on my leg. So I'm gonna use this Acti. A little thing's gonna come up. Have a meter. I'm gonna go through this little animation, and one of these should be turned. All right. So as you see, it should be updated. On my left leg it says B and then 1 time large velocity wound. So the B means bandage. So that wound is not bothering me anymore. It's doing nothing to me. All right. So if I was to keep bandaging, I'll start going into that larger avulsion. So Nordic, I want you to put a Acti bandage on my left leg. All right. So you're putting it on. It should make one of those avulsions partial. Sometimes it'll completely do it. It did. Alright, so it made one of them partial. Alright, which that's fine. Okay, now it's not. Now I'm still bleeding from the wound, but I'm not bleeding that much. Now though, give me another one, please. I know you know how to do this, but if you're a medic in another unit, but alright, and that should have. Okay, so that took out the partial and made the next avulsion another partial. So now that I have a partial and I want to use another one of these bandages, this is when that Dermasil patch comes in. So I'll apply this real quick and it should close up this partial, and this should turn the limb blue, but it should not should it's going to. All right, so now this wound is completely fine. All right, it can be reopened, but I'm no longer hurting well, I am hurting from it in pain, but it's no longer going to affect me. I'm not going to be bleeding out of it or anything. And before I probably wasn't able to run. I should be able to run now. Now I'm able to run. I'm combat effective at this point. Now it's blue. What am I going to do with it? Yeah, like I just said, I can reopen. I'll probably reopen in probably 5 to 10 minutes because of all the packings we used. So what do I need to do with this? I need to yell for Nilo, who's a medic in another unit, but I need to yell for a medic. So I'm gonna get a medic to come to me. Medic's gonna stitch me, and I'll magically be okay. Now, if you're still looking at me, you'll see that if you click on any part of me, it says I'm in pain. So if you click on one of my extremities, which is your arms or legs, some people don't know that somehow, you'll see that the little medicine bottle is now white. If you click on that, you'll have coumarin and cortisine. And coumarin is
morphine.
It's gonna be your morphine and vanilla. This is gonna seduce your pain, and lower your heart rate or your pulse, which is your heart rate. So it's gonna lower your heart rate. All right, and then you have cortisone, which is your epinephrine, or how we like to say it, epi. And this is gonna raise your heartbeat. Now, the reason we have both is because when you use the coumarin or the morphine, like I just said, it lowers your heartbeat or your heart rate. You'll also start to hear this in your ear. You'll start to hear a little heart beating. All right, so not only is this really annoying to hear in game, it also means that it can harm you if you go down again. It can keep you from coming back up because at a low heart rate. Also can make, I think, heart attacks can happen because of it if you have too high or too low of a heart rate. So once you give yourself that coumarin, you'll give yourself a cortisone and it'll stop the heart rate. So if I was to give myself pain right now, or coumarin, this white flashing is going to go away, and then I'd give myself a cortisone and I'd be good. So now I get to have fun with y'all and see how I'm up. Oh, okay, this is something I didn't say. So Kylo, you did it already for me. So if I have a wound on an extremity, so like I said, my legs or my arms, the first thing I'm gonna want to do is put a tourniquet on it. Why? Because it's gonna immediately stop the bleeding, and I'm gonna be unable to bleed out, which means I'm gonna be unable to die, which is good for me. So that's only on extremities. Now, if your head or chest gets messed up, those are your vital, where your vital organs are. Okay, those are vital areas. All right, if both of those are red, so if your whole body is red, okay, you're gonna want to work on your head and chest first. All right, head preferably first. All right, now those are not, like I said, you cannot put tourniquets on those, so those can reopen and will affect you very much. All right, so if your head or chest are red, you need to get those blue immediately and try to get to a medic as quick as you can. So now I get to have fun, and you guys are gonna get up, and I want you to start performing medical on yourself. You should get up in the next few seconds. And make sure you're on your own menu. Check the top left of the menu. Make sure it says Nordic. If it doesn't, you're going to want to go to the swap, which is the 1 head and 2 heads. There you go. I know you're going to get this right. Alright. Alright, so you're blue, so you're good. And you're blue, you're good. Alright, so then you would go for a medic, and a nice old medic would come and touch you real nice and put some on your photo. Alright. So Nordic, is your screen flashing?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to want to go to an extremity that's not tourniqueted, because tourniqueting, of course, stops your blood flow. All right, so
Yeah.
so it's also going to stop any drugs from getting into you. Okay, we call that drugs. All right, the easiest thing you hear someone, oh, I'm getting drugs or I need drugs. That means I need morphine, I need pain. All right, so I'm gonna go to an extremity that's blue, either blue or white, so it has to be not hurt, and it has to have no tourniquet on it. And then I'm gonna hit the medicine bottle, and I'm gonna hit the top one, then the bottom one. So I'm gonna take the top one, let that go in. I'm gonna take the bottom one.
Okay, I'm gonna do that right now.
Do it, because you're still in pain. And you're fine. You just need a medic. Most of the time we keep tourniquets on, even if we're already blue, but that's fine. Easier if you get hit again. That's what we like to do. And all right, so now you're not in pain anymore. And you gave yourself blood, so you're not gonna hear your heartbeat. All right, congratulations. You just went through the medical part. Pretty fucking easy. All right, now I have to get this to make sure I went over everything. Sorry. All right. Do you have any questions on anything though?
Nope.
Okay. BCT. Okay, there we go. BCT. Full radio equipment. All right, cool. I know what to go over now. All right, so another thing we go over, should have went over in the communication. So we're gonna go. So an ACE report is or an ACER report, or an ACER, which ACE is an acronym for ammo, casualty, and equipment. So ammo obviously is the ammunition you have. Casualty is your health, and then your equipment is nades, rockets, anything like that. So specialized equipment, anything that's not bullets, basically. So how's an ace gonna go? Is a team leader or squad leader is gonna request an ace. So you get team leader coordinate, be like, hey guys, give me an ace. And so you'll come back with your name, and then you'll come back with either 3 colors or 1 color. So for each color is green, yellow, red, or black. So green means I'm A-okay. Obviously, I have five. If I started the mission with 15 magazines, now I have 14. I'm green. Okay. Yellow is gonna be like, hey, I'm running out, or I've used a good amount of it. Okay, a quarter of my ammo. So I went in with 15. I'm at 9. I'm below 2 digits now. Right, I'm a little yellow there. Red is gonna be like I'm below 5 clips, and then black is gonna be I'm completely out of ammo. I'm fighting people with my fist. All right. And the same thing's gonna apply so that was the ammo part. Same thing's gonna apply for the casualty part. All right. So I'm green if I can move around and everything. I'm yellow if I have like a wound, but I'm still combat effective. Red if I can't move, so my legs are red. I'm not able to run and move around as fast as I can. Black is only a medic can pronounce black. That means you're fucking dead. Then equipment will be the same thing as ammo. I went in with 1 rock. If I go in with 4 rockets, I use 1. Okay, I'm yellow probably, or green still. I use 2. I'm yellow. 1. I'm red. Okay, 0. I'm black. All right. So when your team lead, squad lead asks for an ace, you'll come back with your name and you'll say either 3 colors, responding to each one. So you'll be green, yellow, green. So that means I'm green on ammo. I'm yellow on casualties. So that means I'm a little messed up. I have a wound, and then I'm green on equipment. So I have all my smokes and my nades, my rockets, or whatever. Or if all of them are the same, so I'm yellow on everything, I can just say yellow. So I'll come on net. So if someone just asks me for an acer, I'll say, this is Prodigy, I'm green, yellow, green. All right, so then my team lead knows, okay, hey, he's green, but he might need a medic to him, or hey, he's hurt. We don't need to look at him. We'll need to look at him soon. And yeah, anything that I didn't explain right or confused y'all, so it's pretty self-explanatory, right?
Hey, from
You don't have to press push to talk. I'm right here.
I believe his T4 and his push to talk for TeamSpeak.
On your TeamSpeak.
Yeah, it's the
we have
same.
to change it.
Yeah.
Fix it right now.
Yeah. Okay. So, word of advice, and unless you really love push to talk, you always do. Either switch the setting to have it to voice activation, or make another profile on. You can make like capture profiles and sound profiles on TeamSpeak, and you could just make one to switch between when you're on TFAR or not. That's something you can mess with later. Okay, you here? All right. Now, okay, so both of you I saw had entrenching tools. So now everybody use them. So let's go over here and make some sandcastles. Everyone know how to sprint? Yeah, get to the open. Oh, it is all grass. My fucking grass just isn't coming up because my PC sucks. Alright, like I've been saying, so self-interact with Ace. Alright, so you're going to control left Windows key, equipment, and like I just said, you're going to see that entrenching tool. So you can go to that, you'll see another menu. I want you to build a small trench. You'll see a little trench pop up, you're going to left click, and you'll start building like myself and Nalo are.
I started building a short, but I'll switch to small.
I know short's the smallest. I mean the quickest. We go small, and then we'll do a small back to. We'll do 2 smalls back to back for a foxhole.
Yep.
Having trouble, Nordic?
It's not really. It's like part of it showing, like DI, just the dig part. It's not showing small, but.
Okay, I got it.
Come over here more, yeah. You can move with the trench, alright, yeah. So then you'll start seeing a menu. Alright, so, build one right behind it. I'll let you finish, Nordic. So I want you to do the same thing, make the exact same one, except you're going to turn around and try to get them to morph into each other. So like the 2 edges, try to get them to morph in. So step up a little bit, 'cause you're not going to be able to do it so deep. You used to be able to, now you can't. Yeah. And try to form them in as much as you can, so you have a nice little circle around you. Like my man Nilo is right here. Am I fucking saying it right? I keep switching, I think.
I'm used to it. I've been called Nail, Neil, Nalo, Nilo.
We'll get it, dude.
I respond to them all.
Just bitch at us.
At this point, there's no use in it.
Yeah. Alright, so, what you 2 have are called foxholes, alright? Everyone knows what the fucking foxhole is, except we can't dig it into the ground, so we make sandcastles. Alright, so, what you have are 2 small trenches. This is the typical, foxhole, so if you were to lay down prone in it. Okay, so now you are covered from 365, so I can sit here and run around and shoot all 360. You're not, you shouldn't get touched, okay, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so, basically, these things are going to protect you from a lot. These things are going to protect you from any type of shrapnel, from any type of mortars, artillery, even airstrikes or CAS, which means close air support. And also bullets, like I was just showing you. Now, the only things it's not going to protect you from, or if you're unfortunate and a mortar hits directly in your fucking foxhole, or a nade's thrown directly in your foxhole, then you better just pray to whatever gods they have in Star Wars. We'll build these definitely when we know we're going to be in defensive positions. We'll build lines of these to have different fallback positions. We'll build one here, and we'll build some about 100 meters in front of us, defend at those, and then move back to these. Okay, fallback positions. We'll use these to block, to make roadblocks and such. So if we were to be nerdy enough, you can get it to where the trench goes over the road, and you can block any type of vehicles from coming over the road, which most AI does vehicle on road, so it's very helpful. As you saw when you're in it, there's multiple types of trenches. There's a small trench, a big trench, a short trench, giant trench, vehicle trench. Building times from shortest to longest go short trench, small trench, big trench, giant trench, and vehicle trench. The vehicle trench takes upwards of like 120 seconds or 2 minutes to build, so we're not building those unless we really know we're gonna be hanging out for a minute. Usually those are used for HQ foxholes, which is where the whole HQ of a platoon will be. Yeah. Any questions on this?
Negative.
Okay. Hey, Nordic, do me a favor. Go hit Control Tab until you see yelling. Because you talked and I didn't hear you. I guess you might just hit it real quick. You'll see everyone use the trenches a bunch of different ways. If you make the big or small trenches or the giant trenches, you could just put a short trench turned around into them, and you can make a few foxholes in one longer entrenchment. Okay, you'll see a bunch of funny stuff. You'll see us build a bunch of shit if we're sitting there for too long and we're bored. People will start building huge trench lines and stuff and just make it super cancerous. Hey, let me check this doc one more time. And we'll do one more little thing that I forgot to go through, which is like the funnest part. Alright, so if you guys click 2, which takes out your secondary, you'll see you have a nice DC-15S, which is the carbine or like the SMG basically of the clones. And you'll see this nice little shield that if you watch the Clone Series Clone Wars cartoon series, you'll see the only time that our unit is in the damn series, all we're known for is these things. So we're a little fucking sore boys, and we take them into battle. I use this pistol because roll NCOs and upkin, and this thing rapes B2s and is really good for higher targets. So if we run back towards the town, leave our trenches, leave our sandcastles, wave bye to them. Oh, that's something I gotta do too. Never showed y'all that either. I'm so bad at training now that I'm a sergeant major. When you get ranked up, you just forget to do the little things. All right, so take your shields out again. Take your shields out again. Go over some clearing. All right, so come over here. Get your asses over here. All right, so over basic building clearing. So we used to do this before, people. Now we switched this to we usually like to stay in buddy groups. So when in a team, all right, you'll be in teams or squads of a team of about 4 to 6 people. Your squads will range from 8 to 12 people. All right, yes, you're gonna be wanting to work together with your whole squad, but the best type of teamwork is a buddy system in the battlefield. All right, you got to make sure someone has your back, you got their back, and you'll get through operations very easy. So we take the same type of thing into building clearing. So once we're going into somewhere where we're clearing buildings, all right, close quarter combat, CQC. We're going to want to go into buddy teams. And exactly how y'all are set up is how you would set up to clear a building. Nordic, I want you to take a few steps up, be more looking like you're ready to get into that door. And now, yeah, you're good. You can give the spacing or whatever. Alright, so what you see here is very well. Alright, Nordic, you're ready to open that door. Now it has security to your 6. You'd also probably want to have, since it's on 2, you have a little security more angle to your left, but I'm sure you're looking around. Alright, so now that we know your security is good, you'll run up to the door, and the most formal way to do it is going from front to back. You're 1, now you'd be 2, you'll say, Nordic, you'd say 1 set, letting your guy know that you're ready. So say 1 set. Say 1 set.
1 set.
Alright, so now that's telling you now that, hey, he's ready. So once you're ready, you're going to turn around, okay, crouch behind him, get in a ready position. Alright, and you're going to say 2 set.
2 set.
Alright, so now once you're 2 set, Nordic, it's your call, alright? Now just because it's your call doesn't mean you're just gonna go railing in, okay? Now once you give that 2 set, give a little pause, alright, you're gonna say, alright, you're gonna say opening door, alright, breaching, whatever. You're gonna let him know that, hey, we're moving. Alright, so then you would say breaching and you would open the door. So say breaching.
Breaching.
And you'd open the door. Now as soon as you open freeze, come back. Now, okay, you did something very good. Now, what we do when clearing close quarters like this in rooms is you're taking a corner and you're clearing a corner, okay? You're not clearing the whole room. Your one objective when you're going into a room is the corner you want. So this building, okay, is a little weird because there is no right wall. Okay, if there's 2 walls, front guy's going to pick a corner to go into, either left or right, okay? You're going to hug that wall. So here, you'd come in, you're going to hug this wall here, and you're going to go to this left corner. Now, when you get in, okay, when you should be aiming down sights, alright, or have double C hit for combat pacing, and there goes Uller. And once you come in, as soon as you get yourself through the door, you're turning and you're walking towards this corner. You're clearing this corner. So if there's a droid here, you're shooting and you're clearing. Now, you're looking at this corner, at this point of contact, until you get to the corner. Okay, once you get to your corner and you're safe, okay, your corner's clear, then you're gonna turn and focus your eyes towards the middle of the room and any other target. Now, the reason you can do this and solely look at why am I bleeding? Bandages wore off. Now the reason you can get in and solo clear a corner like that is because this buddy system, he has your back, you got his back. So when you turn like this, as soon as he's through the door, if there's a right wall, he's then gonna turn and clear that right wall. Okay. Now, so now he has your back. Now, obviously, if you're going into the room and you're turning and there's a guy like right in front of you, okay, in the middle of the room, and you see him,
User joined
okay,
your
take
channel.
shots at him, obviously. But your job is to clear that corner. Once y'all both clear that corner, you'll both focus towards the middle of the room, chart and attack the middle of the room, and then room will be clear. And I'll show you what to do after. So go through with the sets. Start with one set and then breach for me, doing everything I said. Since there's no right wall, now you just clear it directly in front of you. You just clear the corner in front of you and then turn in. Alright, so go.
1 set.
2 set.
Breaching.
And attack it. Attack, go. Alright. Come back. CT.
Yeah, no, I figured.
Alright. So, Nordic, one big thing. So, you sat here and you pied this corner, right? Alright, we're not pieing here. Alright, well, if you don't know what pieing means, just like peeking a corner, just like Call of Duty and shit. Yeah, that leaning pieing. Alright, so you're basically, it's because you're pieing off angles of the room. Alright, so when we're clearing like this and we're going full flash and bang, like we're getting in there, we're clearing, it's not pieing, it's not, ooh, I'm looking. No, it's clear, it's breaching, I'm in there as quick as I can, so then my buddy can get into the door. Now, also, we don't want to pie so it take forever, not only because it just takes forever, we're trying to get in there, shock and awe. Also, this is called the death funnel, right? Funnel of death? Alright, death tunnel, something. Yeah, funnel of death. Why? Okay, so most of the time, you'll try to come walk through, you shouldn't be able to. Alright, so, as you see, Euler cannot get into the contact because I sat there and I pied the angles and I got shot because I took too long. Alright, so now me trying to get all the kills just made my whole team either die or I'm gonna die now because I can't get pulled out, or every time they try to pull me out, my teammates are dying. Alright, so let's just basically spark notes. Just get in there fast. Alright, so go again. Go in there, smash in there. Y'all can switch positions if y'all want. I don't really care. Just get in there as quick as you can. Just go through the set.
1 set.
2 set.
Breaching. Oh, I forgot to do that. Whoops. I always forget that.
Well, is the roof clear?
The roof's clear.
Alright, go. Alright, a little bit better. Alright, so listen. Nordic, I know this building sucks. We could switch buildings, but I'm too lazy. Alright, so there's no right corner for you to clear here, correct? So then I'm still just gonna hug a wall, closest wall to my right that isn't already taken. Like, so since the left angle is already taken, closest wall to the angle that I'm supposed to be looking is this right wall. So I would, if you're me, or if I'm you, I'm just hugging this wall and anything this corner in front of me, that's my corner, and then I'm directing my attention behind and to my left. Yeah, go one more time.
Give me a sec, I'm changing that.
So you do this. Yeah, you can do that. Nordic, if you're in 2 position, so look, when you turn around and you're set, I want you set. No, I want you here. Alright, so then there's no gap when you're going in, alright? Then y'all going, y'all flying in. You were back there, so yeah, I want you on his ass. Yeah, there you go. Just go breach. Just, both y'all are set. Just yell breach and go.
Breaching.
Go. In. There you go. Boom. There you go. You guys just took out 1,000 droids. You just won the fucking war. Alright, you guys have any questions on that? Usually I do a live fire exercise, but, I'm too lazy to get in Zeus, honestly.
You can solve that problem.
Put a squad here.
No,
Put a
not
squad in
even.
these
I was
buildings.
just gonna, I'm gonna cheat.
Yeah, I know,
Sorry.
put a squad in these buildings.
That's not even what I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, got me. I'm just gonna go to MCC and use the mission generator button.
Oh, okay, well I didn't
You
know.
have to do 0 work.
Yeah, whatever. Alright, before he does this, any questions?
Negative.
No.
Alright, we'll get on one-on-one.
Oh, no.
Can you set what it spawns? Cause I just want B1s.
I can't with MCC mission generator. You can't necessarily set what it spawns, but and I can go
Do
into
like
Zeus.
heavy, easy. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm in Zeus right now. I'm just too lazy. Like I'm in a Zeus
Well,
slot.
I can let it spawn stuff for us, and then if you don't like it, go from there.
We don't have any AT, but okay. Is it in the town? Where's it spawn?
I can set it so that there is no EP.
Yeah, set it to my list.
Edit. No,
Edit. I don't know. So I just wanted to clear a block with them.
it'll work.
Alright, so we're about to go do a little live fire, so guns off back.
Get inside the building, actually, please. Thanks. I don't know where it will or where not.
Alright,
spawn.
so what I just so we're in a urban environment like this. Usually, yes, we like it if you use your shield, but it's totally personal preference. Alright, like for instance, I don't even have the shield anymore because I found myself clearing with my DC 15 way more, or my 15A way more. I just never, I don't know. I just always felt like it was a waste of time switching. But some people love it. I know. One of our guys, Hark, he loves his shield. He'll use his shield at medium to long range. He doesn't give two shits. But yeah, so totally personal preference. So when we're running through this, use whatever gun you want. If you're gonna use the shield, little keys. If you're crouched like this with the shield out, you are good. All right, most things cannot hit through the shield. But as soon as you start moving, your feet and other parts of your body are open, and then your hitboxes are also moving. If we're just talking about the game, in the game sense, so meaning you are now hittable. So the only time you're really protected almost 100% from your front is if you're stationary like this, or even crouched like well, no, I think you only can crouch to this one. If you're crouched stationary like this, sometimes if you're moving up, moving forward, you will have good protection. Other than that, if you're using the shield and you want it to protect you, you want to sit still and just shoot at your target. Yeah. And one bad thing, like we just went over here, what the shield does do is when you see that target, you go, hey, I'm protected, and you stand still. In a doorway, make sure to be moving, because even without that shield, you still want to be moving. Because if you didn't have that shield, you want to be moving and shooting into the building anyway, to the room. Okay. Are you in Zeus or are you still in MCC? Because you're doing the Zeus animation.
Yeah, no, I tried to get MCC to build it, so I literally just plopped some droids down.
Yeah. Want to give me medical, and I'm gonna use black magic to get myself a stitch.
Why is it every time I talk, it makes you go on the radio?
Because it uses proximity talk on this, and that's off of it's okay. Cause so TeamSpeak. So when we're using TFR, you're not using Arma to talk anymore. All these communications happen through TFR, and the or is basically it mutes and unmutes people as you go in and out of their proximity distance, and over radio chats and stuff. Over radios, they'll unmute whoever's on the net with you, and yada yada yada. So so it wants you to use Task Force with TeamSpeak with no push to talk, because then it's more realistic. So now I'm just talking to you, yada yada yada, and my push to talk would be the radio. So then I want to be on the net. So yeah, that's why it does it. So like I said, either switch it like permanently, or make two different profiles in in TeamSpeak, which I can show you how. You can make different playback and capture profiles, which you can switch to easily, just like with two clicks. Yeah, with like 2 clicks you can do it. And then say you'd be talking like me over proximity and not having to, whatever.
Droid outside.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, it just went out the window.
Oh, you
Right there.
motherfucker!
I didn't do that.
Oh,
Wasn't
okay.
paying
I
enough-
thought that
I was
was
not
your
paying
Zeus
enough
controller,
attention.
dude.
I was not paying enough attention to like know that was over here. Yeah. Sorry about that.
How close did you put them?
They're up in the city.
Yeah. Did you kill this one already, or?
No, I just moved it. It's.
Oh, okay. I was fucking about to kill this dude. Oh,
You can kill him though, 'cause he's like coming back.
Alright. Yeah, no shit.
Lord knows why.
Why is insta kill?
What? Am I getting shot? Oh. We're getting shot through the building right now?
It fucks me up.
How did I die?
Fucking no, dude.
Dude, I got insta-killed by a fucking heavy, dude.
You got clapped, my dude.
Fuck, bruh.
Here you go.
Where is this fucker? Fuck him.
One's going up on your forward in the building in front of you. He's walking through the building!
Alright, well, come on, can we get the, oh my god, dude. Take all those out, or fucking, garrison them, come on.
That's the one thing I'm having a problem doing. They're not
Do the instant garrison. Do the,
Yeah, that's what I did. That one you just might have to garrison them. But that one you're gonna have to do.
I'm not in Zeus.
Stay out of the street. Garrison instant.
I'm gonna go take push to talk off the team speed.
I gotta do his alt tab. Bitch can't believe it. Please. Why are they still in the middle of my street?
I'm getting
There
them.
we go.
I'm slowly getting them.
You wait, you gotta do them individually?
I'm garrisoning instant and it's going by group.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed. Hit the squad leader. Usually that's what it does.
That's what I'm doing.
How many? What was that? Like 2 squads? 3 squads?
4 squads in total just at the city.
God damn, a platoon?
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill what you don't.
You get it set, Nordic.
Nordic stream, right?
Nope.
What happened?
Nordic from my stream. Alright, there we go. City is garrison.
Oh my god, where's. Dude, why?
It's in the building to our left. There you go. Alright, everything is good now, Prodigy. I'm gonna heal everyone, and then you can begin.
Alright, so, shinies. Or, well, not just whiteys, because none of us can be fucking shiny because these stupid armors. Alright, so, yeah, y'all gonna stick together and clear this town with the help of, me and CST.
I need to relog real quick, but yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay, just with the help of me right now, because he's a cockmunch.
User
So,
left your
yeah, whenever
channel.
y'all want to go, just go. Make sure you keep communication between each other and just make sure y'all know where each other is. Y'all are getting shot through the window.
You can't hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dog flips out, I apologize.
Huh?
Dog flips out and you hear me.
Yeah. Alright, so whenever y'all want, y'all just
User
get up to
joined
the-
your channel.
Shit right down the, actually there's shit danger close to it. Yeah, we can go. Come on, don't be scared. He really spawned us behind us?
To the southwest.
Alrighty. Circle around this way.
Dude, hey, I got one of your old arcs that get really mad at me.
One set.
Where'd you go? Oh, sexy.
Breaching.
I got one of your old RC left.
Clear.
Fuck did you go?
Right over here.
Oh, okay. I got Dr. Yellow. If I'm ugly.
Who is that was Ruth from Ark?
Crossing. One set. One set. Breaching. One set. Breaching. Clear. Next door. Breaching.
God, I just want him to clear buildings, dude. Not fucking sit here and
Bro.
get. This ain't no fucking CR test at 30 CRs.
Amen.
We could send a company at him if they had 30 CRs.
For some fucking reason, this company, we have a higher quality of so.
Crossing. Let's go with this one.
There you go.
Breaching.
Clear that, go.
Going up the stairs. Clear. Go back down.
On top contact in the street. On top contact.
Alright. Two set. One set. Breaching. Going up the stairs. Breaching.
Alright, hey, word of advice real quick for y'all and keep moving. So once you're in the building, you get that initial breach that y'all can separate into other rooms by yourself. It's just communications key right there. Alright, so instead of y'all having to be on each other's ass, you can clear that house twice as fast.
Okay. Crossing. One inside the building. Door's open. Down.
There you go. There you go. I was literally about to tell y'all that. Call that window clearing. When you're going through a building, you look in the windows real quick, you already have an idea what's in there. You can even take out targets.
Heading upstairs.
Bottom floor.
Clear. Let's go across. Going. Clear and bottom.
Yes.
Bottom clear.
Is he?
Going up.
That's what's up.
Clear.
Yeah, I've been putting some of Hark's videos into a Discord I'm in that like has like 35,000 in it. And, like I know the owner and I'm trying to work out.
Contact Town Street.
I'm trying to work out an
Down.
advertisement deal
Alright.
with him right just has a lot
Breaching.
going on in the community, so he has to put me on the back
Clear.
burner. But
Going
I
upstairs.
understand that from here. I mean, it's a community I like grew up in. I've helped create the damn thing. Huh? It started out as a Halo 2 Vista clan. And we were like the biggest clan on the game, and then, or at least at the time, it was a pretty small community, smaller than Arma, way smaller. And then when that kind of died out, we rebuilt it around Discord. We like, the owner paid like advertisements and ended up we got like, within like one day, we got like 10,000 fucking new people on our Discord.
Breaching.
It's ridiculous. And then
Going top.
It's like his whole thing. It's just running like a Discord
clear.
community. It's supposed to be around gaming, but it's mostly just
Top clear.
teenagers dating and stuff. It's really weird. The teenagers saying I love you and shit. It's like, dude, y'all live halfway across the country. Y'all live the whole country.
Heading bottom. Bottom clear. Right, next set. Patio clear. Crossing. Entering. Going top. Top clear.
What's the street upstairs?
On the balcony over here, east, across the street. The shots. Alright, another word of advice, forgot to tell y'all, not really word of advice, it's a standard operating procedure, SOP. So whenever we clear buildings like this, we're gonna go onto map, you're gonna double click on the building you were in, so you're gonna put a black dot in global, okay, so you can see on global, on the map there's a black dot on this building. That means this building is clear, so if we're going through a town, you see a bunch of black dots, alright, so that means that sector's clear, and also means those buildings have been looked through, and should have no contacts in them. Doesn't necessarily mean it's always going to have no contacts, because enemies can move around. But yeah, make sure to be doing that from now on when y'all call out that you're marking, alright? So that's something you'll hear when clearing. You'll hear either someone say, hey, mark that, or you'll hear, clear, alright, marking, and then you'll see a black dot come up. So from now on, make sure to put a black dot, please, go. Just to keep clearing. Just however y'all want.
Breaching. First floor. Clear.
Clear.
Marking.
Oh, nope.
Good.
Good now. Looking on the map.
Yep, already did. Crossing.
It's clear. Come in here. Patch it.
I actually didn't get hit.
Radio check.
Prematura.
Make your way to your guys' right, like right across the street towards the church area. There's more. It's the last set of droids is really focused around the church.
Alright.
So basically north from your current position.
Correct. I was in no perspective there, sir.
Clear this one here. One set. Breaching.
Run them down.
ET check in.
Got a tourniquet on.
Nordic and yeah, check in.
They're right here. One of them is he's up.
Nalo yellow.
The green.
Oh,
Hey.
wrong button.
Just a young nigga hustling.
Get
They're
that.
not-
Make sure you're on him.
Yeah.
When doing medical, top left, member of the tab.
It is.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. I'm not trying to sit there and say you're stupid or some people. I hate, dude. Don't you hate that? You're like just trying to help someone out. They're like, I know. I'm not saying you did it just now, by the way.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So,
Good enough.
Hey,
yes,
look,
I'll talk fast.
I'm your medic. I'm your medic. So if you're good, I can medic you.
Alright.
Come in here. You need do you need a stitch or no?
Yeah.
Alright, let me give you that. Alright, get on security for me. Which means look out the windows or whatever, make sure nothing's coming towards us. Another thing, you remove your tourniquet. Another thing y'all should know. So in a medical situation, so say mass cast happened, which means mass casualty, which means like more than 3 troopers are knocked unconscious and aren't getting up for a while. A medic in those type of situations has priority over any other person in the room. So if a medic is medicing you and you're saying I need to go, and the medic says no, I'm stitching you, you listen to the medic, or they actually have a protocol where they can stun or shoot you if you run away from them. So make sure medics control situations and medical situations. All right, just go. That's
Medics
just a
have
little-
permission to tell your ass to sit on the ground.
Yes, they really do. Swear. Go. That's just a little side note. If y'all can multitask, I'll tell y'all as y'all moving. Tell y'all little tips and shit. Also, never mind. There you go.
Reloading.
Your window clear. Now look, just because you window clear, yeah, there you go. You still want to stack up because you can't see all the corners.
Set.
There you go.
One set. Breaching. Clear. Marking. Other side of the wall.
Got fire northwest.
Window.
Shit, I didn't know there was one right here. Good job.
Clear this building. One set. Breaching.
Ooh. My name's Dwayne Michael Carter.
Bottom clear. Going second. One contact. Clear. Check that room.
There you go. So look, you got stuck in that funnel, but that's not your fault. You're moving.
You're hurt.
Hey, so
Oh, okay.
Applying grav.
there you go. Yeah, give yourself a tourniquet.
Alright.
Alright, so no, okay, that's what I say. Be advised. There you go. There you go. Get security. I was gonna say, if one of y'all medicing, y'all need to get security on one of the entrance or exits to a building. So right now you're on the second floor. Now did the right thing. He's getting security on those stairs, looking out that front door probably, or whatever door. I'm pretty. There's a front door right there, right? Alright. Also on map, y'all haven't been doing something. I told y'all. I gotta do on map. Make sure it's in global if you have been doing it.
I have, and I don't know if it's on global. Let me check.
Double click, just click on the dots you've made and make sure the drop down's on global. I'm not in your group. Let me see if I can see it if I join y'all's group.
Nope. There we go.
Okay, there we go. Alright, and then if you also, both y'all look on that map, if you see the lines around this block we're in. Alright, so I made those lines. This is something a CO or commanding officer is going to do, or your squad lead, whatever. We're clearing towns like this, so they're gonna mark sectors off. So this whole town using these blocks, and my arts and craft is terrible. I'm not using straight lines. this would be broken down like this somewhat. Okay, so these are sectors. So I would then name these sectors if I was a squad lead. So this is sector 1. Sector above us is 2. Sector to our east is 3. So then a squad lead would be like, hey, red team, you have sector 1. Blue team, you have sector 2. Red team, once you're done with sector 1, you're going to move to sector 3. Blue team, you'll do the same. All right, so then he can plan out and have exactly know where his team is. All right, so just be wary of that when you're in a team. Go ahead.
Right.
Just trying to give you all as much information as you can while you're doing this, so things aren't surprising you or it's something that you've heard before.
We're on the backside.
Right.
All the droids are dead.
Alright. Do me a favor, guys. Clear the last building, which is the church in this sector. Clear sector 1, or clear the buildings in sector 1, mark them, and then rally up in the middle of it.
One set. Breaching. Clear. Marking.
There you go. One more, guys, and then just come rally up on this grass patch.
Oh no.
Right there.
Putting right here.
Yep, that one.
Droid inside. One set.
2 set.
Reaching.
Clear. Marking. Alright, head back to the grass patch.
Alright, so objective complete. Cleared the sector 1. Alright, yada. Y'all cleared just about most of the buildings on this center road, this middle road. So pretty good job. Pretty unorganized just because I didn't give y'all sectors. But once I gave y'all the sector, y'all did pretty good at being able to move just to each building, knowing that it's not clear. So yeah, like the communication between y'all. Yeah, it's pretty good communication. Little, just small little things. The smallest things can help in the biggest way. So just, I think I heard Nordic and you heard myself just yelling, "Hey, contact!" just in a certain direction, just get someone's attention, just get them look that direction. Always good. I heard y'all also saying like, "Hey, once y'all are leaving the building, hey, we're going this way. Hey, we're going north, whatever. Going left, right." Also very good. So everyone's on the same page. So keep that little communication. It'll go the longest way. So for like the 500th time, just to make sure, any questions on anything we went over today, or anything I told y'all during the, I guess you can say, quote unquote, test or simulation?
Negative.
Negative. Nordic? No. Take that as a no. Okay. Is that a no? What do you say?
He didn't say anything.
Oh no, I think his
Yeah.
User joined your channel.
Sensitivity too high. You might want to turn that down. But just some basic shit on the unit. So FYI, we just went through a huge some little drama and stuff. So we're down in numbers as where we were a few weeks ago. But as of
Hello?
now, we have we have different detachments, or different elements or divisions, I guess you can say. So our first main one is our GI, General Infantry, which is what you will be first. This is I'm the Sergeant Major of the General Infantry, so I'm 2IC. The General Infantry is just like it says, it's your General Infantry, or we're the mud crunchers. All right, we'll have the highest numbers and probably sustain the highest casualties also. Well, we have basic roles in there. We have a support gunner, which is your machine gunner.
Alright, good check. Good check, we're doing BCT. We're in sector 1 by the church, just debriefing. Solid.
Fucking awesome, maybe Luke. What was I talking about? Better pay attention. Ooh. Okay. So there's different certs. We'll have support. We have a marksman cert. We give you a long range rifle. It's sort of like a sniper, not as powerful. Has a longer range than DC-15A. We have medic, which is a medic. We have an RTO, which is a radio telephone operator. He's your long range. He's the eyes and ears, or not the eyes, the ears and mouth of the squad and platoon. We have AT, which is anti-tanker assault trooper. All right, they carry around rocket launcher. They blow up armored vehicles for us. And then you have grenadier, which can do work against light armored vehicles or light vehicles, and can do work against infantry. So that's broadsword. That's the call sign. That's the GI. We also have a pilot program, which good old pilot cadet Osk is in. They get to wear this sexy armor and this helmet. They're the ones who fly us around to our AOs and the ones that come blow shit up for us. If you want to join them, I'm sure Oz can help you out if you want to join a pilot. Right now, they just are all they use is the lat transports, which also uses gunships. At one point, I'm sure they'll get into the arc fighters again. Can't tell you too much on it. Like I said, ask if you have any other questions on that. Last, we have Airborne, which is we call that Dagger. I actually created the program. And that is our airborne. They're also used as a QRF, which is quick reaction force. They are basically special forces. If you want to compare them to anything else in other units, they get to use jump packs, which makes them be able to traverse land faster and be able to get on terrain in which regular infantry cannot. Known for their small numbers, they're usually smaller than the general infantry, but usually hit harder and faster than general infantry just because they have more advanced training and a little bit more competitive in the game. To get into Dagger, you have to be in broadsword for a month. You have to be slotted in broadsword for a month, and then you'll go through their selection and training process, which it's not rigorous, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. Another thing we have, which is slowing down right now, it's on pause, is ARF, which Advanced Recon Force, which is we call that longbow. That's their call sign, and basically does what you think, almost like a Marine Scout sniper. They're gonna go out ahead of the force and then scout out. They do long range scouting and short range scouting, so they'll go out kilometers away from the rest of the force and scout, or they'll go a few hundred meters in front of us and basically pathfind for us. Also, one of their better things is they're really good at sniper overwatch. Their snipers, which they use, are higher powered, higher caliber, and they can destroy B2s, Jordicas, any other type of turret. Basically, that's something we didn't go over, which is different type of infantry, which you can learn, or I'll go over it with you another time. And that's about it. You have any questions on what I just explained? Anything on the detachments or divisions if you want to join?
Negative.
Yeah. So it basically completes you. I did forget to go over one thing, which is one of the things I was supposed to set up in Zeus, which was just the different types of infantry we'll be going against and different types of vehicles and stuff. If you know anything about Star Wars, you should be able to figure it out. Nordic, you're from Ul's stream, so just go look at his stream 1,000 times and you'll figure it out. I'm just kidding. If you have any questions, just ask somebody. If they tell you, hey, you should have learned that in BCT, point them to CS and Prodigy, and they can yell at me, and I'll take all the blame for you. So y'all are done. Y'all now CRC, just as cadets. Y'all have the same uniform and everything, same kit. Y'all have to change your name in TeamSpeak and Arma to CR-C, and then space, and then you'll CRC, and then dash, and then you'll give your numbers again. All right, so you're basically just adding a C in between the 5 and the dash, and then another dash. Just look in TeamSpeak or anything for how to do it. And that'll be it. I'll give you y'all's tags and everything. Y'all can get off serve. Yeah, there you go. Just like Oz put it, CRC, and then you're gonna put your numbers and then your name, like so. So make sure to do that. Make sure to change it on your bookmark and everything in TeamSpeak, and y'all are good to go.
One question.
Yo.
I stream and record. Any restrictions?
For streaming, usually what we do is say if I'm streaming or you Uller, So I'm just gonna put this at the top of the map, go streaming, and then people usually do what their Twitch name. So whatever, if I'm Uller, I think what is it, like Alpha Uller. So I'm doing that. I spelled your name wrong, I think. Okay, so I'd go streaming and then put like whatever Twitch, YouTube. All right, most people do Twitch. If you have YouTube, you put a little YT. That's just to let everybody know, hey, they're recording. Make sure people, if you're trying to get partnered or whatever, people be a little cleaner around you and stuff like that. Recording, you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Just
Because I
do
stream
whatever.
and record to upload.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, just if you're streaming live or whatever, then yeah, just put the streaming on top of the map like I did, and make it sure it's in global. And then yeah, recording, just do whatever the fuck you want, just record. And then you can put it in the Discord and stuff if you upload them.
Alrighty.
All right, anything else?
There's also a tag, by the way, gentlemen, for when you are streaming. If
Yes.
you go to your name, if you right click on your name right now, just
And the live.
how to use it.
Yeah.
And you click live.
Just like the
it will
sticky.
Apply
Yeah.
to you just like the sticky will, and it will show, hey, I'm streaming.
Yeah, but we'll say live. Alright, so if that's it, unless you have any other questions, if you do, feel free to DM me on Discord, alright, Oh My Prodigy, or just find me on the list to the right. Also, you can go to Ull, he's also one of our trainers, he's the, I guess you could say, advanced training instructor, SOI, yeah. So yeah, he'll help you out on anything, any questions on SOPs or how we do things in the field. Anything he can't answer, he'll probably point to me, and him will discuss it, because we're in the process of discussing things for training right now. Like I said, y'all dismiss, get the fuck off, or if you want to fuck around on here and do whatever, do that too. You can respawn, go get in a lat, as long as you don't crash the server, go get in a lat, fly. You can have, we'll spawn you more shit, or whatever, and blow it up, or you can just get the fuck. And 1, 2, 3, break.